The government is digitizing the public procurement process in a number of reforms geared towards making public procurement more transparent. Principal Secretary for the State Department of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, Susan Mageni, says complexities in the tendering process and slow harmonization of policy guidelines is discouraging MSMEs from doing business.
Kenya ranks 13th in the list of countries that supply goods and services to the United Nations globally. Despite this, a share of micro, small and medium enterprises is still low, a sector that contributes about 40% of the GDP and accounts for over 80% of jobs. MSMEs, particularly those owned by vulnerable groups, continue to face a number of challenges at the domestic and international level, including unfair competition from imports and internal constraints relating to market developments, high infrastructure costs, among others. Principal Secretary for Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, Susan Mageni, says a number of reforms are being undertaken in the public procurement system to make it more transparent.
We have initiated review and necessary reforms we are discussing with the various stakeholders.
Complexities in the tendering process, slow harmonization of policy guidelines and capacity constraints are undermining the growth of the sector.
From next week, we'll be engaging with the county governments because you see they're also very critical in this space to see how now we can harmonize some of these policies, some of these licensing, and right now looking at our regulatory frameworks. I think there were complaints here, which of course I agree with them, that they're very complex and the kind of licensing that are needed are also kind of, they kind of discourage MSMEs even to proceed.
She appealed to the international markets to relax some regulations that make it difficult for MSMEs to trade and access foreign markets.
The only way to make competitive is to have an assured, sustainable market, and so we are asking the outer world to enable us also globalize our Kenyan value chains to their market. So we asking them to pull down some of the unnecessary barriers.
The government is also reviewing policy governing payments to MSMEs, with the PS appealing to the Senate to reconsider the prompt payment bill of 2022 to fast-track payment of pending bills.
People who get affected with huge pending bills are the MSMEs.